Me again. This is the last flower I'm going to show. Again, it's using the Tim Holtz Tattered Florals die, and it's that one. This one here. And this is the little one that I made. So I'm going to show you how I've done that. I think it was 4 I used. If not, I will do another one when I need to. So to start with, I'm just going to use this stamp here. It's a script stamp. You can see it's well used. And I'm just going to take, like, what do you call it, stamp off, that's the word. And just do it on there. So I don't want it too bright. It doesn't matter if some of it's faded. So that's 2. Quite enjoyed making all these flowers today. It makes a nice change without doing like a great big huge project. And I'm so impatient. When I start something I want to finish it, then I end up exhausted. So you do this to all 4 or 5 if that's the case. Like so. And then I'm just going to use my distressing tool to go around all the petals. You can use pattern paper, you don't have to use plain cardstock. You can use any stamp you like, any colour of ink. So this is the final one. And you'll need your hot glue gun on for this one, if you want to use glossy accents, something very quick drying, otherwise you'll be here for ages making these. So that's that there. Now I need to find scissors. There we go. I think I've used I think I've got about 8 pairs of scissors and I've used every one of them today because I keep losing them under piles of paper. So this one here, you're just going to cut a line into the centre, just like that, and set that aside. The second one, you're going to cut one line into the centre and then take off 1 petal. And don't throw these away, you will need these. So that's that one. And this one here, again, you will cut into the centre, and then you will take 2 off. Oops. And again, you keep this piece, you'll need that. So actually it was 3, not 4 or 5, 3. So your first one, what you're going to do is just kind of fold these where it's cut, just fold them in like so, and use a tiny little bit of glue. And you don't want a lot of glue and you don't want to go too high up on the petal because it will make it difficult for you to kind of roll it back. So you just use a tiny little bit, even that was probably a bit too much, and then hold that like that, and it becomes this shape. You can set that aside. And then you get attached to all the glue strands. Again with this one, you just fold this in so you get that shape, and a tiny little bit of glue. This glue really smells. Melts so much you lose half of it. Excuse me, that was my belly rumbling as well, if you heard that. Sorry. I haven't stopped eating all day. General crap like cookies and crisps. So you end up with this one like that, and this one here, what you want to do is just kind of in the middle here, is just kind of cut a little kind of semicircle, oops, out in there. It doesn't have to be perfect, because otherwise this will be as thick as that and your flowers will just end up coming up. And you just fold that in, and again glue it in there. So it's just a tad of glue in there. Like so, and you end up with a little hole. You can, if when you're putting your flowers together and you feel that you need to trim a little bit more off, you can just snip it off there. So that's, you've got these three here, like so. This one here, you're kind of going to roll it in. Actually, you're going to cut a little kind of semicircle out again, because you want that a little bit smaller, because this is going to be your bud for the middle. This is why I never get it perfect. So you just start rolling that in quite tight-ish, not too tight though, it's quite fiddly. You can roll that in like so, and you just put a little dab of glue in there to hold it together. And then this piece here, again just cut a bit of a semicircle out, like so. And then what you want to do is, where it's kind of got this gap here, is you want to kind of roll that round there. Now you can actually try and make the centre of that a little bit tighter. So I'm just going to run a little bit of glue along here and try and do this, and just kind of curl it round there, holding that in there. So you end up with that. It's really tiny. And again, you may want to trim a little bit more off the end when you start putting the flower together. So you can use the end of a paintbrush, or I'm going to use this crochet hook here, and just curl these back like so. And this is the double one, a little bit stiff. So you just curl them all back, and it ends up like that. Now if you've got something thinner, probably a little bit better than that. Again with this one, whoops, there we go. So you've got that one there, and this one here. So just roll that back. Like so. So you end up with them, and if you've got your centerpiece. So what you'll want to do is just, you might want to take a little bit off of this. Just trim, not too much, and you will end up with a little tiny hole. So what you want to do is just put your glue on there, a tiny little bit, and then just try and get it so that your petals are kind of in the middle of the outer petals, so that they're not all together. It doesn't always work like that somehow, but like so. And I'm going to trim a little bit more of that. Glue really smells. Dab of glue, and centre that. So you end up with something like that. You've got your hole in the middle. I mean, you can if you want, you don't have to. You could put a large pearl in there or something. So I'm just going to see how that sits in there. Now what you want to try and do is bend a little bit of this back, if it will work, depends on how tight you've rolled it. Really tight here. And then just put a little bit of glue on there, get rid of the strands, and then just pop that in the middle. And there you have it. So what I'll do is I'll just move the cameras. Whoa! Glue strands. So now you see it, now you don't. Okay. So there we go. And that's you with hope you can see that. And if you want to, you can add some stickles. Just kind of rub it round there. So that was flower number 3, I believe. Any questions, just ask. And like I said, you know, this is just the colours I've chose to do. You can do them in all sorts of colours. That was the ones I made earlier. I made that one earlier too. See, that one's a bit more open. This one wasn't perfect. I think this was the first one I tried. And I'd done that one, but I'd done something different with the petals. Rather than rolling them back, I just pinched the corners of them. I'll just sit this back up. Sorry if I moved that a bit quick. Rather than rolling the petal back, I just pinched it like that all the way around. So that was how I done the red one, but the principle is all the same. So it's like that, more like a star. But then once you put it all together, it kind of doesn't look anything like a star. So there's that one too. So thanks for watching. Any questions, just ask. If you would like to leave a comment, do so. And I'll speak to you all later. Bye.